Welcome to ESL and year party. We do it and live it the ES way. May I take this opportunity to welcome everyone to, I think this is the best ESL party ever. And you are here to see the best. This is just the beginning. We are a great company. We are great colleagues. You're going to see more. Please feel welcome.
Once again, after a very long time, about 2 years now, before we've had such an event. It is 2 years running. This is the biannual Staff India Party. And we want to thank you very much for attending. We want to welcome you. We want everybody to feel at home. Loosen up. Don't have tight muscles. We want to enjoy the night in a disciplined manner and in an ESL way. We are going to have a very short procession at this moment. We are going to have some motivational speeches from our very honored leaders, in-house leaders, and we're also going to have some surprise awards. All of them will not be mentioned, but we have surprise awards. Some that even the highest authority is not aware of. So feel most welcome, enjoy the night, and give us your time as we look forward to growing massively as per our corporate strategy.
Thanks, Madam Maureen. I'll welcome my the first speech from Martin Karani. A round of applause for Martin.
Thank you, Paul. I'll make a few remarks, not a speech per se, but a few remarks regarding corporate strategy. As you are all aware, sometimes this year we started our journey, and we came up with our corporate strategy that will take us through to year 2018. And our three major line goals is to attain 1.3 million revenue by the year 2018. Of course, to have presence in 8 seaports and the 4 major landlocked countries within eastern part of Africa. Of course, we have other changes. We have the team that is reading the corporate strategy, of course, with the able assistance or team of comprising of Renrod, Francisca. Recently, we appointed a change management team, and of course, we shall continue enhancing the team. And as you are aware, we have Clifford, Getao, Lydia, and Merrick representing Nairobi. Tanzania will be having a discussion next week to know who will be part of the change team. We also want to enhance our operations and the way we market the group. And by this, early next year, we shall be having a group sales managers coming in, group operations managers coming in, because we want to achieve our vision and objective as a group, ESL group. We want to build our brand. And we'll be having those kind of changes come next year. Of course, we'll be having a few restructuring here and there, and everybody will be part of the process. Of course, we have a key aspect that we established. What we want to do is to power our customers to be market leaders in their respective market. So let's join hands and make ESL Group a success. So far, so good. The year has been well. We just concluded our interim audit for 2015, and it went well. it was this like shortest ever. Of course, because of the enhanced systems and procedures that we have put in place, without forgetting the effort we have from the ISO team. With those few remarks, thanks and God bless you.
I would like to invite Mike Ondenga to give a motivational speech. Welcome, Mike.
First time I got an invitation from Maureen, and she told me that just to come and attend the party. Then she told me that 2 days ago, that I'll be presenting some motivational speech. And I remember the last time I spoke was a long time ago. And it was in a World Vision corporate prayers meeting where I was the preacher. I was called by the secretary of the director, but she didn't tell me that it was going to be for the whole group. That was on a Wednesday. And on a Thursday, when I realized that, I tried to call him to cancel it and tell him to choose somebody else. The phone couldn't go through. His email was not working, and I couldn't do it. He only called me on Monday morning to check with me if I was going back. I was going there. But this time I didn't refuse because I knew trying to refuse is more complicated than turning up. Now, when we talk about motivational speech, some people think about comedy. But now this is not comedy, it's just sharing ideas, sharing thoughts, and inspiring each other. The Bible says that it's the iron that sharpens iron. You cannot use wood to sharpen iron. And for me here is just to identify with the ESL and to comment that indeed there's much that has been done, but the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come because as we gear ourselves to go into the future, we have always to remember that there is so much that we've done in the past. There's so much we've done in the past. If you look at the history, look at what has been done in individual companies, it's commendable. If somebody gave you a documentary of the ESL group and removed that name ESL and Freightwell and Sovereign Logistics, you'd really admire what that company has done. But you don't appreciate when you are inside. You don't appreciate when you are inside. The shipping industry several years ago was basically controlled and manned by the British, the French, and some Italians. But here we are. ESL has built business, built a strong team based on you or on we Kenyans. 100% Kenyans. It's, of course, with one Congolese Paul. But then as we go forward, then what's going to be very important is that the team that we have is going to be fundamental. Everybody is very important. There's no less a person. I like referring to the Bible at times. If you look at, I won't go to quote scriptures, but the Bible says that we are all important. We are all parts of the same body, and each part has a significant part to play. If one part is not working well, the whole body pains. And therefore, we have to appreciate the fact that in our own individual roles, we build into what the team does. And therefore, if you feel that you're too small to make an impact in the team, then you don't do your best, then the whole team fails. But if all of us work together and do what we are supposed to do together, then the team becomes effective, it becomes efficient, and everything works. Who of you does not know what a Formula One team is? Formula One cars? Yeah, I have some examples here. Ever seen something like looks like this, somewhere in a newspaper? This is a Formula One car. It has 5,000 parts. 5,000 individual parts. Now, these cars are managed by engineers, and each race costs $10 to $18 million. So if the team fails and the car does not win the race, it becomes a total failure. When this car stops and they have to change tires because they go around the track and the tires get worn out, it involves 22 people to change the 4 tires, and it takes between 2 and 3 seconds. And it looks something like this. That's how it looks like. There are 22 people changing 4 tires, and it takes them between 2 and 3 seconds. From the time that the car stops, the time it takes off is between 2 and 3 seconds. And that's what a team can do. Take people from Mbatayari or Bondeni and give them 1,000 or 1,000,000 shillings each and tell them to change the tires of 4 tires of a car in 30 minutes, they'll not do it. They won't do it. But a team united, with a common vision, can achieve so much. And the so much will come from the trade that we'll do. All the big empires in this world, British Empire, the Ottoman Empire, that's Turkey, the Chinese Empire, India, Germany, China, were built on trade. And trade was conducted along rivers. All the major cities of the world are either on lakes, rivers, or oceans. ESL, Freightwell, Manusha, SLL does majority of the business driven or originating from the ocean. So we are in the right business. We have a strong team, but then the best is yet to come. It's about the individuals and what we do. It's about the work ethic. We should strive to be better off each and every day. Each time you work and you go home, you have to reflect and find out if that's the best you did or you could still do better. And the best way of knowing that is to try to utilize your time as much as possible so that at the end of the day, you're not working while checking how the clock is rotating, but working to fulfill an objective that you set for yourself there on that day. We should also look at how much we're able to support the other team members. Of course, there's what you want to do, but the other people who are also doing their jobs. Each time somebody goes beyond their way to work with somebody else to make them achieve what they've set out to achieve, it benefits you. You gain skills, you gain more experience, and you become a better person. So, and I've seen this personally. I used to work in Magadi. I was in marketing department. But many times I used to go and work in the production department to run the shift at night with the shift engineers. If an engineer would be on leave or is not available or is going to Nairobi, has not come back, they'll call me to tell me to go and step in for them to run the shift at night. You have to chase the engineers, you have to check the production guys, you have to make sure that the mine is working and the material is coming from the mine to feed the factory. It was something I was doing, but little did I know that it helps you plan and become a better person in future. So when you cross lines and say, this is my work, I cannot touch that file because that belongs to so and so, you deny yourself opportunities to learn. If you can multitask in today's business environment, in today's workplace, you become a more valuable player compared to if you just do your specific, confined, narrow responsibilities or areas of assignment. So it's a challenge I put to all of us. Don't say that is handled by and so and therefore I can't do anything. It helps you more than it helps the other person who is supposed to do it. It helps you gain more skills. It helps you gain more experience. And therefore you become a better person. So, but what do we need as individuals to contribute to the performance of ESL group, to contribute to the performance of our own self? There are many things that have to happen. I'll mention 6 key things that we can challenge ourselves to do so that we can be better individuals. And these 6 key things are about work-life balance. As you work, you must have a balanced life. And the first thing is leisure. You must have some leisure. You must have time to relax. You have to choose ways of relaxing. However, relax is up to you. But get time to refresh so that you can be more energized and more productive the next day. The next thing is personal development. I'm talking about now equipping yourself with skills, equipping yourself with more knowledge, giving yourself challenging experiences so that you can be more improved in terms of how you think, how you work, and all that. That way, you don't remain where you were 5 years ago. The next thing is financial. You have to manage your finances. You must have financial goals at a personal level, your savings, your investment, because when you finish working, you'll need to live. So you must manage that. The next thing is health. You must work on your health. You cannot just, they say, work and no play makes dull or, Jack or Jill a dull person. You must invest in your health. Exercise, run, bike, whichever way, swim, whichever way you do it, work on your health. That's what you'll require. If you don't work on your health now, you're still working on it anyway, because the doctor will tell you that time when you're in your 60s, your 70s. The next thing is relationships. Invest in relationships. Have friends. But Psalms 1 talks about the kind of friends that you should have. Not hypocrites, not mockers, not people that will lead you astray. Relate with your family. After you've done all your life's adventures, you'll have to go back to your family. Have you heard people, a man telling his children that, do you know I'm your father? You've heard that, yeah? Why should somebody tell his children that, do you know I'm your father? It's because maybe they were never there and their children moved on. And therefore, when you really want them now, they moved on. So you have to establish, you try to enforce that fact that they are your children. So you need to work on that. But ultimately, the last point, the sixth point is your spiritual being. The final day of accountability, when you've gone back to your God, then you'll have to account how you spend your life. So you must have an objective and you must purpose to build your spiritual life. Okay? How many things? Name them. Leisure, 2. Health, 3. Financial, plan your finances. You don't grow younger every day. If you get your money and blow up everything, and by 5th you are looking for interest, you are looking to borrow money, it's a problem. Yeah? The 4th one, relationships. 5th, sorry? And then the 6th, when you do all those things, the best is yet to come for ESL. Will be different from what we are today, and this group will be able to move to higher levels. Thank you.
Each and every day is a learning day. We never stop learning, and we can only learn through wise people, wise personnel like Mike and the likes. As a company, we've always wanted to give sufficient support, not only to our staff, but also to the entire community. That's why, as a CSR initiative, we decided that we needed to start the internship program. And through our CEO authority, we started the program, which kicked up very successfully. And for the very first time, we have our first group of the interns. And today, all of them are together with us. I'm going to invite the HR manager, to come and introduce the interns so that all of us should familiarize with them. In case you meet new faces, you will know who they are. You're actually a great team to work with. And over time, you've given me a good name, which as time goes by, I'm beginning to be very comfortable with. And thanks to the fact that all of you appreciate that. And I also give praise and honor to you guys for your good job. Now, I don't want to preempt what my fellow colleagues have said. I just go straight to the point. We, as Maureen has said, we started our intern program, and it is doing great and well. And we have mentors of that program. And I would just have the mentors stand in front of us for us to be able to know them and appreciate. And if you have any contribution to improving our intern program, we'd like you to send it to them, either via email or via the other technological available ways that we use. So I will introduce them. We have one in logistics of RIN, Madam Pauline Karirwa. Please step forward. We just want to see you. Okay. Let's clap for her as she comes. Okay. Pauline heads our Sovereign Logistics arm of ESL Group. She's doing a great job with her team. The next one is Maureen Atieno, our lady who is also ensuring that you are keep well entertained tonight. And she is in shipping, and she also ensures that our interns are well mentored. Okay, let's clap for Maureen. The third person is Catherine Lewa. She's in finance. Please, my dear, we'd all like to see you. Remember, we all need to know each other today. So we'll appreciate to have your presence here. Okay, let's clap for her as she comes. Okay, as you can all see, ESL really empowers ladies. We are not saying that the men are not there, but the men are really give us the support behind. And they're really, they mentor us as well. And they give us the guiding all that we need, the coaching. And on top of all, they believe in us. And so there goes your mentors, and we are happy to see them. Thank you guys for your good work. Okay, there's one more I've left. Sorry for that. His name is Washington Mwamburi Masege. The only man in the team. The only guy in the team. Can we please welcome him? Can we give him a loud clap? Okay. Thank you, guys. Probably I was leaving that for the top of the cream, huh? Sawa. Sawa. That's the team. And let's see the people that they're mentoring. They are in, we have 5 of them. We had initially planned to kick off with 6, but we managed to get 5, and we appreciate them for having accepted that offer. So I'll start with the ladies in finance. Irene Atieno. Please come forward. Okay. And then we have the Madeline Kawasi Mwatati. Okay. Then we have 3 gentlemen. Raymond Juma Wagunda. If he's here, please come forward. Then we have Kelvin Kimeli. And then we have Benson Ireri. Benson Ireri. Okay. Come to the limelight, people. We have a banner. We have these are our interns who have started with us, and we thank God that they are here with us today. How you have seen them, please interact with them. Let them feel at home and be part and parcel of ESL family. When they leave, we are expecting them to be ambassadors, not only of ESL, but also of the maritime sector, because as a company that operates and does this business, we do want to have an impact in the maritime sector, and we do want to also ensure that we do the right thing and give back. So thank you, everyone, and thank you, team. Yes.
It's now time to welcome our father. I don't know, I have so many names to call him with.
But we want to take this chance to warmly welcome our father, our mentor, our group CEO, Mr. Sylvester Kututa. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. All right. I think at least I can see some smiling faces. Thank you very much for everybody for turning up. You're all wonderful people. And I think I'm the most privileged person to be working together with you guys as my colleagues. All right, we're coming to the end of the year, and I have to say thank you to every one of you. We have grown in every way, in terms of the team, in terms of the programs we have. Francisca has just talked about the internship program. That's just one of the things that we are doing to try and impact ESL into the society and into other people's lives. But as a company, we've come a long way. We appreciate and thank God first and foremost for where we have reached, and we want to thank you also and every stakeholder. Today is not for customers, it's not for shareholders. Okay, some of them are here, but it's also not for suppliers. It's only for ourselves as staff. And so my speech is going to be very short. Because I was told to speak, I will make sure that I speak. I have about, Evans, was it 150 slides? Yeah? Yeah, which will take us slightly below 3 hours. So that's okay, everybody? It's okay, 3 hours? Huh? We do 3 hours? No way. Okay, I'll try to condense it as much as I can. Collins, please join me on stage. Stand next to me. You will help me pass on this message. I'm going to take a few personalities and tell you a story. In life, as we move along in life, as we work together, we are writing a story somewhere. Each one of us, we're writing our own stories. And let me start with Collins. Collins joined us. He was part of the cleaning team, and he showed a lot of interest, worked diligently. Today, Collins is working in our accounts department and doing a very good job. A round of applause for you. Thank you. Thank you very much. This is the story of ESL. And these are all the stories. I can't point out everybody. I can't call everybody here. All of you have got interesting and wonderful stories. But I would like to say a few words and pick a few things. I have learned and I've listened to people talk and give quotes. Today I can give my own. Let's say this. Every day we create our legacy, our success or failure by the way we interact with our stakeholders. And our stakeholders are from family to work, suppliers, customers, the government, KRA, KPA, the airlines, TPA, TRA, all the transporters, etc. We are writing our own story to be successful, or if we don't write it correctly, we don't write it well, to be on the other side, which I would not want to mention. Let me take a few personalities whom I want to highlight. And as I say, these are just examples of the ESL story. Okay? If you see that person, let me know. Maureen, you know Maureen, all of you? Okay, she was here holding the mic. Maureen joined ESL in April 2011 as a receptionist. Okay? I'll go a bit slowly. Today, she's the agency manager. Yes, please go ahead. Running the whole department, and her interaction day to day are the ship owners, the charterers, the crewing companies, the crewing managers, technical managers, and of course dealing with the port. Maureen is an example of how in ESL Group you have every opportunity to excel. It is more or less, it reminds me of the US. They say that the US is the land of opportunities, right? Have you heard that? How many have heard that? That US is the land of opportunities? In other words, if you go to the US and you are good at something, you will make it and you'll make it big. But I think that was the old days. But you know what I say? If the US is a land of opportunities, where if you do well, you study well, you work hard, you work smart, you will excel, you will do very well. You will be on top of the world. I say, if the US is the land of opportunities, okay? I've never been to the US, by the way. I've never been to the land of opportunities, but I've been to ESL. And that's a kind of the same thing. Yeah. Because if we can see people move from where they start, the starting point, to the levels where I believe Maureen is also heading. And the reason is diligence, trustworthiness, dependability, being stable and reliable in whatever you're doing, pushing the bar higher and higher all the time. There is every opportunity for everybody in Kenya, in Tanzania. I say that, and we will do it. The next one is Aston. Aston, where are you? He's still not in, but he's coming. He's coming. I met Aston around 2003. You can see there's a question mark. When you get to my age, you begin to lose some time. You can't remember very well the days. But around 2003, we had a Bamburi ship, and then Bamburi said, Sylvester, you have to go down to Dar es Salaam and supervise this ship. The agent there was East Africa Commercial and Shipping. And Aston was in charge of that particular ship, the operations. I met him there, and after we worked that ship with a lot of difficulties, because it was the first ship, bulk ship, coal discharging in Dar es Salaam. But we did a very good job. Customer was very happy. But during that process, I was looking for who is it that we can work together around here. And Aston stood out from that particular time. And you know the rest of the story. So therefore you can see how people turn customers into employers and into partners. How did it happen? It's the same thing I talked about, Maureen. Steadfastness, diligence, attention to detail, trustworthiness, being able to push the bar every day up and up and up. When I move to the other one, who is that? These are people who represent all of us. Mike, I knew Mike for quite some while back. Again, because of the age fact thing, I can't remember exactly, but it's a long time. Then at some point in 2001, 2002, Mike had the opportunity to interact with one of his customers, one of his suppliers. He did the job so well that that particular supplier never lost what experience they got from Mike when he was in Magadi. Fast forward, later on, the same guys who looked at, because all the time, whether we are colleagues or we are suppliers, we are serving suppliers or customers, they're all checking and knowing what kind of people we are, how much we love our job. It is an opportunity for us to make a lasting impact and to be able to even make a lifestyle and a living for ourselves and a career for ourselves. This customer today is Mike's current employer. This story can be told over and over again. The next one, if you see them, please let me know. I was a bit younger there. But 1992, I was a trainee. We just saw 5 trainees here, right? 1992, I was a trainee in a shipping agency company. That's where I met. I received a phone call. Guy said, I'm in Uganda. I'm a European company. I work for a European company. I'm in Kampala. And one of the ships is coming to your agency. We understand you are the one who's looking after the ship. Can you help us with information? We started the contact there. Guys came to Mombasa. I took them around in the port, made sure that they are comfortable. We will take care of your ship. We'll make sure that everything is done well. And surely it was done when the ship came. That was the initial contact that I made with the relationship of a European company that I still have a relationship with today. They are my employers today. If you see that guy, please let me know. Is he here in the office? Is he here? No? No? Who is that? I'll call my wife to join me. The usual virtues of success, and I said I'll try to make it as short and sweet as possible. I think and I hope I'm succeeding. I'll give her the mic for a few minutes, and she's going to read for us a story about this gentleman, and then we'll close and end it there from me. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jessica Kututa. I am the wife of Sylvester Kututa. And I'm going to do my bit, read the story, and then I will tell you a story after this. He's not aware of it. The story of Aliko Dangote, as told by Oluwaleke Beecroft. The name Aliko Dangote needs no introduction in any circles. The wealthiest man in the black race as of today and consistently so for a few years. This excerpt from the book The African Apostle, authored by Leke Beecroft, tells us a true story you've probably never heard. Born on April 10, 1957, in the then northern region, Kano State, Aliko Dangote was born to a humble, normal family, like you and me, probably. He showed his love for business by selling sweets even in primary school. As a teenager, he began to work for his uncle, Sani Dangote, and it was said of him that he served diligently. Sometimes in 1977, and after his 20th birthday, he approached his uncle and master and told him about his plan to establish a business outfit which would trade in cement, sugar, rice, pasta, salt, cotton, millet, vegetable oil, and other products. His uncle provided a loan of 500,000 nairas, but gave a caveat to Aliko to return the loan within a deadline of 3 months. This was the practice at that time, which he did. Dangote, first of all, relocated to Lagos in June 1977. He then began to travel around Nigeria to develop a strong distribution channel for the quick and efficient delivery of his products. A few years earlier, the Benin airport had been constructed. This served as one of his routes to the Niger Delta or South-South area of Nigeria. Tom Lee Osborne, popularly known as T.L. Osborne, was one of the greatest evangelists in modern times. Subsequently established a solid relationship over the years, resulting in Osborne's visit with his wife Daisy to Benin on a few occasions, either for his crusades or specifically to Idahosa's church. One specific visit in the late 1970s was very unique. T.L. and Daisy Osborne had stayed late ministering at a Miracle Center of Church of God Mission just opposite the airport. They therefore went late to catch their flight to Lagos, which was supposed to be a connecting flight from Joburg, Johannesburg to France, England, and then to the US. By the time Idahosa took his guests to the airport, they were told that the last flight for the day was overbooked. Not one seat was available. The passengers had boarded and the flight was about to take off. Idahosa managed to stop the plane from taking off, and the steps were lowered as the pilot came down to know what the issue was. Idahosa began. I don't have the Nigerian accent, but I have 2 of God's important servants who must go to Lagos. But we are loaded to capacity. Every seat is full, said the captain. Never mind. Let me on board. They all know me. They see Redemption Hour, like Grace Hour, Redemption Hour, Idahosa's TV program. Let me talk to them. Idahosa obliged, climbed into the plane and walked down the crowded aisles. The passengers were annoyed. He prayed silently as he returned to the front. He turned around, facing the passengers, and started, "Excuse me, friends. I have 2 of God's special servants in my car. They must go to Lagos today on this plane. 2 of you will get off now so God's servants can board. God bless you." He waited a minute. No one moved. The silence showed annoyance by the impatient passengers. Some pretended to be asleep. Others, it seemed, were praying. Idahosa slowly walked the aisles again. As he approached the rear, a young man rose from the back of the plane and asked the man sitting next to him to get up. "Yes," said Idahosa, pointing. "You can go tomorrow. You can travel later," he said, pointing to the other man. They both gathered their belongings and proceeded from the plane. Benson Idahosa stopped the first man in the aisle of the plane. He asked him, "Young man, what is your name and what do you do?" "My name is Aliko Dangote, and this is my assistant," the young man replied. "I am a trader, a businessman." Impressed, Benson Idahosa responded, "The world would get up for you." The mostly Christian passenger responded, "Amen. May God bless you. God will take you and your business beyond Africa and bless you beyond measure." They clapped as T.L. and Daisy Osborne boarded the flight. End of story. Now on to my story. (1992). That's the year I met Sylvester Kututa when he was a trainee. And I'll fast forward from there. 1999, we were leaving for Sylvester to go and study in Sweden, Malmö. And like he said, he used to... Come on. Like he said, he used to do work, for the European client, the same one that has employed him now. But that was part-time. So we had some money. How much was it? $3,000. Actually, his then boss had forgotten about that money, that he had given it to Sylvester. And we were winding up, traveling, and he wanted, we said we have to return everything that doesn't belong to us. Philip Hybrex, when he was told about it, he said, "No, you don't owe me any money." But Sylvester insisted, "I have 3,000. I have it." He said, "No, that was for a client." The client, when he approached the client said, "No, you already paid me." But Sylvester insisted, "I have 3,000. I have to deposit it." Philip dilly-dallied, so sort of I was left with the money. And the temptation was there. But I looked at it, I said, we are going in a foreign country. The best thing to do is to hand over all the money. So we returned, I did the transfer, the money was returned. When it got to Philip, Philip was in shock. He actually said, "I want to meet this guy." He had never met Sylvester. He had heard about Sylvester, he had communicated with him. But when he said, when we were in Sweden and he was almost winding up his program in his master's degree, he actually said, "I want to see Sylvester. I want him to come to Belgium. I want to see him in my office. Because I want to meet this guy who actually returned money that I was not aware, and he insisted that it's my money." And that is where the bond between Philip and Sylvester was started. Through honesty and accountability, knowing that it wasn't his money, he needed to return it. So, applause to my one and only. Thank you.
It wasn't as bad as I was. But thank you for adding a few words. Ladies and gentlemen, colleagues, I want to take this opportunity to wish you a very, very good month of December. I know a lot of people might be traveling. I'm starting my leave already. I'm excited for spending time resting, spending time with family as well, so that I come back fresh in January. I wish you a Merry Christmas and a very good New Year. We still have a lot of food and enjoyment for the evening. So it's a wonderful thing to be here today, because as Maureen was saying, I think Maureen or Paul actually, we've never had this kind of, and it's wonderful that we can also afford it. We've come a long way, yeah? Yeah, so thank you very much. And a special thank you to our colleagues who traveled from Nairobi and from Dar es Salaam. Can I see Jacqueline and Jackson? By a show of hands, please. Yeah, please. Come. Come here, come. Thank you. They came in today, and Ashton is on the way, as you said, just to spend some time with us. And this is very much appreciated. Say hi to everybody when you get back. But just to say, this is part of the team, the wonderful, great team in Dar es Salaam in Tanzania. They transcend the country from Tanga down to Dar es Salaam and Mtwara, and make sure that we are the best ships agency that can ever be afforded in Dar es Salaam and in Tanzania. Thank you. We are proud of you. Thank you very much. All right?
Just before you sit down, Mr. Sylvester, sorry to hijack you, but we want to thank you for the good leadership that you've given us every day, the inspiration that you give us. Some of us have grown our careers because of Mr. Sylvester. More so me. I actually sat down with him and he taught me how to do an SOF for the very first time. When I was moved to agency and I did not know how to do what. He sat down with me and taught me how to, like a teacher who is going to teach you 1 + 1. I really appreciate that, and I want to thank you on my behalf and on behalf of every other person who is not who will not have the chance to say thank you. We have some staff who have grown from levels that we did not expect them to reach where they are. And this is all because of their determination, and everybody in the company recognizes that. Because of that, we have some surprise awards, surprise trophies that we want Mr. Sylvester to, we want to get the honor of him presenting these to the said staff. First, we'll begin with the awards of determination. Apart from Collins, we have Mr. Clifford. Where is Clifford? Clifford and Collins, on behalf of the management, we want to really appreciate your determination that you've put towards your work. Everything that you've done to reach where you are, everyone has noticed it, and we want to encourage you to continue working hard because we know you're going places. Yeah? Just continue doing hard. Don't sit yet. Apart from the determination for the 2 employees, we also have some employees who have served the company over 7 years. Massive 7 years. One of them is Mr. Sylvester. He's served the company ever since. But we are not going to award you for that. Instead, we are going to award our 2 ladies, the first 2 ladies in the company, Pauline Karwirwa and Catherine Lewa. Catherine Lewa has served the company, I think, for the most years after Sylvester. She's 10 years in the company. We thank you very much. Thank you very much, Catherine. Continue serving the company. It's because of your determination to see the company grow to its higher heights. Pauline Karwirwa has served the company for 7 years now. Very beautiful trophy. Thank you very much. Thank you, Catherine. We hope you will still continue serving the company until you retire. Pauline Karwirwa has served the company for the last 7 years. She's been in logistics and she's still in logistics. We hope that when she retires, she'll retire in Freightwell. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Pauline. Thank you. We have 3 other awards that we wanted to make it fun in the house. We want to vote for the team players of each and every company. We want to make it fast and fun. We'll vote, but we'll vote. Maybe let's do some drill. Hope no one dies. I want to now call forward Madam Jessica Kututa. Karibu sana. Madam Jessica is our first lady. She's very silent. Some of us don't know her, but you need to know her. Very humble, first lady, polite, and very soft-spoken. She doesn't speak a lot. We want Jessica to appreciate Mr. Sylvester for the leadership that he's given to us through her support, and to encourage him to continue mentoring us the proper way. We request for your honor to award Mr. Sylvester as a product of your support. Thank you very much. Thank you to your family, and may God keep.
Yakawa.
You guys, congratulations for organizing all this event. It's really a nice thing. Well, I've been delayed for some flight from Dar es Salaam, but I hope my team from Dar es Salaam, there are 2 people who came. And I don't have much to say. Just want to be here with you. We celebrate together. I think most of the things have been discussed by my colleague Sylvester and the team, other seniors managers. I look forward to see people having fun. Thank you so much. Any speech arranged?
We have your photo there. Please. Yeah. Thank you, Aston. It's nice that you managed to make it. As Paul said, we talked about you earlier on. Yani tumekusengenya. But I was just giving an example of what life is and success is, and what determines success and failure in life. And I took a few examples, and I gave an example of first there's Collins, our colleague, who joined us as a cleaner. Now is in the finance department and doing a great job. I came to Maureen, who started at the reception, now is the agency manager. I talked about you. And the first time we had, and you see, in my mind I say it's around 2003. Am I right or not? Yes. Around 2003 when we met. And I was giving them an example of how first impressions, hard work, pushing the bars up all the time, honesty, how important it is. And it actually comes back to somebody to reap that benefit themselves. and to grow their career. And I was explaining that how we met and how we worked together on the first callship. And that is what cemented what we have until today. And I was encouraging everybody, regardless of where they are today, regardless of where we are, we should be careful to make sure that all the relationships around us as stakeholders are in very good shape and everybody feels helped, because it's from those relationships that bigger relationship and partnerships come from. Okay? And I gave them another example of another guy called Mike Ondenga. Same story, really. It's just different places, different scenarios, but exactly the same story. And then this one also scored, but very low compared to the others. And it's also, if I didn't convince people with those 3-4 examples, I try to lift the bar higher and talk about somebody who we read his story today. Yes, same humble beginning, like every one of us. Served his uncle, they say diligently and honestly, and very hard, working hard and being honest. And when the time came for him in terms of humility to jump out of that flight, not many people would do it. Oh, I forgot to say something. Maureen, I said a lot of good things about Maureen, but there's one thing we don't agree with Maureen in life. Manchester United is not a good football team. It's not a good football team. But anyway, so that's where we reached. Thank you very much. Yeah. Paul?
Okay, guys. We want to thank everyone for standing for over 2 hours. We appreciate that. And now we are ready for dinner. Dinner is served.
yote inamalizika. Nilitalala nami, wewe unaenda. Nilipata ni mawazo, nilipata ni kuwaza, wewe unaenda. Relo, still far away.
We have the winner of Team Players of the Year, Freight 12, ESL and SLL. The winner for Freight 12 Team Player of the Year 2015 goes to Washington Wamburi. You want him to dance? Yeah! Put in some reggae.
I'm not the winner.
Eagle my eyes as she walked towards my pathway. I couldn't run away. My eyes already. I thought I was dreaming, but you still waiting on me. And though my eyes can see it's you, Washington. If this is love, my dear, welcome to my world. And let us share the good times together. It's only one world. Let's share it together. Cause of my eyes I can see it's you, Washington. Asante sana, Washington.
Congratulations, Washington. The Team Player of the Year for Sovereign Logistics award goes to Asha Lomo. Lomo, please come forward. I would like to request Martin Karani to come and give the award. Well done, Lomo. The award for Team Player of the Year Express Shipping goes to, can I get a guess? Oh, it has been confirmed. As selected by all the team members present, our team player of the year ESL is Port Agency Manager. Round of applause for Maureen Atieno.
Maureen, umesija haraka sana.
I'm going to request Mr. Aston. Aston, please come and hand the award.
Ayaye, Terababa Kisumo. Ayaye, Terababa Kisumo. Ayaye, Terababa Kisumo. Kisumo be, Kisumo. Terababa Kisumo. Kisumo be, Kisumo. Terababa Kisumo. And I know, tell the winner. I know, Belly, tell the winner. Finidom, suka, finidom, the flavor, finidom, romero, finidom, the thing, suka, chini, suka, paka, chini, suka, ay, iyo nachosa, mageti,